In the quiet heart of a leafy suburban neighborhood, a new architectural gem stands. A serene, single-level residence designed as a lifelong haven. This home isn't just a building, but a response to a lifestyle, crafted for a couple embracing retirement and a slower rhythm of life. Drawing inspiration from traditional architecture and the evolving needs of its inhabitants, this house harmonizes old-world charm with forward-thinking design. Clean lines, thoughtful courtyards, and sustainable materials weave together a story of comfort, longevity, and natural beauty. Welcome to the story of a home designed to age gracefully, just like the couple who live within its walls. Every element of this home was born from a desire for peace. The architects envisioned a retreat that was neither ostentatious nor austere, but soft, inviting, and profoundly livable. Inspired by courtyard-centric dwellings and the quiet dignity of concrete architecture, the design speaks with a restrained voice. Natural light, gentle textures, and clear spatial logic are the building blocks. The result is a space that breathes with its environment, responds to the needs of its occupants, and celebrates the subtle beauty of everyday life. The site presented its own unique opportunities and constraints. Nestled on a modest urban lot bordered by mature trees and neighboring homes, the layout had to prioritize privacy without losing openness. The architects achieved this through strategic placement of garden walls, glazing, and inner courtyards. The home is not loud or attention-seeking. It reveals itself slowly, with a modest facade that conceals a rich inner world. It's a house that lets the landscape in without being overwhelmed by it, embracing filtered light and outdoor views as essential components of daily experience. Two internal courtyards anchor the floor plan, one for living, one for resting. The main courtyard extends from the communal kitchen and living zones, creating a seamless indoor-outdoor environment. High walls offer solitude, while open skies and greenery inject light and movement into the core of the home. A second, more secluded courtyard flanks the master bedroom, inviting the early morning sun and the sound of leaves into the couple's private sanctuary. These courtyards do more than decorate. They shape how the house is felt and lived in, season after season. The heart of the home lies in its open-plan living area, where kitchen, dining, and lounge converge in quiet harmony. Large steel-frame doors retract completely, dissolving the boundary between inside and out. Burnished concrete floors extend to the patio, unifying all surfaces underfoot. A palette of gentle neutrals is enriched by warm timber cabinetry and tactile plastered walls. Here, the everyday rituals of cooking, reading, or entertaining guests become part of a continuous experience, fluid, peaceful, and intuitive. The sleeping quarters are thoughtfully secluded, allowing for true rest and restoration. The master suite is simple yet elegant, with a deep window bench overlooking the private courtyard and a generous ensuite clad in natural stone. Accessibility is a key theme. Level thresholds, wide circulation, and no internal steps future-proof the space without compromising its refined aesthetic. Secondary rooms serve as guest spaces or flexible studios, ensuring the home can evolve with its inhabitants over time. Material selection was key in achieving the home's serene character. Off-form concrete grounds the architecture with weight and permanence, while soft, waxed plaster ceilings reflect light in a delicate shimmer. Sustainably harvested hardwood brings depth and richness to key interior surfaces. Steel window frames and custom joinery act as fine lines within the composition. Nothing feels excessive or decorative. Instead, every detail contributes to the home's quiet confidence and enduring elegance. Beyond its visual beauty, the home functions as a high-performing passive design. Orientation, cross-ventilation, thermal mass, and deep eaves all work in unison to regulate internal temperatures. The courtyards support natural airflow, while double glazing and solar systems reduce reliance on mechanical heating and cooling. Sustainable thinking extends to water management and native landscaping, creating an ecosystem that sustains both the house and its environment. The landscape is not an afterthought, it's a vital layer of the architectural expression. Native and drought-tolerant plantings, curated by a local landscape designer, mirror the home's calm personality. Sculptural trees provide shade and seasonal variation. A small pavilion in the main courtyard invites year-round outdoor living, from summer breakfasts to winter reading nooks. With every room connecting visually or physically to greenery, nature becomes a constant companion. This is not a house that dictates how to live. Instead, it listens to sunlight, to changing seasons, to the pace of its owners. Its flexible planning, modest scale, and rich materiality offer a deeply personal form of luxury, one that's measured by comfort, not opulence. Every room offers purpose without rigidity. Every view invites contemplation, and every surface, from concrete to timber, tells a quiet story of care and craft. In this home, design is not an end in itself, but a means to a meaningful life. Inspired by heritage yet shaped by modern sensibilities, it represents a new model of suburban living, humble, holistic, and human-centered. It's a place to slow down, to connect, and to grow older with dignity. Through the lens of Almaz, we celebrate how architecture, when done thoughtfully, can nurture the spirit and stand the test of time. This home reminds us that beauty doesn't need to shout. Sometimes, it just needs to breathe.